What's going on, guys? It's Jimmy here. Welcome to our daily show where we discuss the fourth stimulus check update, the stimulus package update, daily news, what's going on in the country, what's going on in Washington, D.C., money, investing, the stock market, pretty much everything going on here in the country on a daily basis. My, what a day going on here. If you notice, my room looks a little bit darker than usual. It's probably going to get a little bit darker here during this broadcast. It's been an interesting day for us here in Ohio. Um, been an interesting day for our family here. We had a tornado come through here in Ohio, and I normally film with 4 different lights. I have one to each side of me here. I have one straight on, and I have one that lights up my background here. And for this 8 p.m. broadcast, I normally film it a little bit early. I'm filming this a little bit earlier than normal because I have to use the daylight here, especially for this broadcast, because we had a tornado come through here and knocked our power out. Literally came right through our city. We had to go in the basement, and tornado sirens were going off, and we were literally scared for our life. So luckily, we're okay. Our house is okay. Our family's okay. So I haven't heard from my brother yet. My brother lives a town over. My mom was at my brother's house. My wife is calling him now, and our son Julian was at my grandma and grandpa's house, my wife's parents. So that is kind of the update on what is going on with us. So I'm actually running, I'm recording with my, our camera here and my laptop. My laptop's running on battery power. I'm running these 2 lights on these kind of little battery backup power systems that I have. I have no internet. So yeah, we're gonna hope that these lights last. I have a little bit of daylight here still going on. So yeah, it's been an interesting day here so far. So I figured I'd bring you that update to start here. This is kind of how life comes at you. At a you can't make these things up here. So yeah, if it looks a little bit darker here than normal, that's because we had a tornado come here through Ohio. Okay, Laurel just yelled down that my brother and my mom and my dad are okay at my brother's house, so they're okay. So everybody's okay with the tornado. We just don't have power yet, and hopefully it won't be a long time. I'm probably, after this video is done, I'm probably going to have to drive over to Laurel's parents' house to even upload this video. So unless my power comes on while I'm recording this video or something along those lines, we'll see. Who knows? Power might even come on during this video. We'll see. But I figure I'll bring you the latest updates on what's going on with the stimulus package as they're down to the wire here. Senator Joe Manchin says that by tomorrow, yeah, if you hear some interesting beeps, there's a lot of beeps going on here with our home security system, with these battery backups, all sorts of different interesting things. We've had tornado sirens going off. We've had emergency broadcast systems going on. We've had the emergency broadcast system calling us. It's been nothing short of an eventful day. We've had a lot of rain. We had dark clouds. It's just been a very interesting thing. So Julian's not with us. Our son Julian, 3 years old. You probably know him. He's been very interesting. In fact, if I have time, I recorded a earlier video. I'll put him on at the end of this video, a special guest appearance from our son Julian. It was recorded, I think it was recorded yesterday. So I'll put that on at the end of this video, a special guest appearance from Julian. At the end of this video to warm your day if you want to watch that. So I'll put that on at the end of this video, special guest appearance from Julian at the end of this video. So make sure to watch to the end of that for this video. So with the stimulus package going on, there's really a lot going on. Things are literally changing here by the minute. Senator Joe Manchin, who is really this guy is something else here. He's the one and only Democrat that is basically saying it's his way or the highway. Um, it's really kind of sad that he's demanding all these things that are going to be cut from the package. But in a way, it's President Biden's I don't it kind of feels like it's a chess match because there's a lot of Democrats that are like, okay, Joe Manchin, we'll give you what you want, but if you've listened to what President Biden said, he says, okay, we're going to agree to what we agree to now. Basically, we're going to close out this package now, and then we're going to come back for another package here shortly thereafter. So it's kind of like a little chess match here where they're going to let Joe Manchin maybe win this round for the time being, and they're going to agree to everything they can for now. It kind of makes sense. It kind of seems like what they should do. They should just close out what they can, what's on the table now, and we'll get to that here in a moment on kind of what seems to be what's going to get done now. Things are really changing by the hour, though. Senator Joe Manchin thinks that they're going to have a deal done with the top line number sometime as early as tomorrow, Friday. If you're watching this in the morning, it may be today. So remember, that's one of the big contention points on what the number is going to be. And that's probably going to be somewhere between 1.75 to 1.9 trillion, maybe as high as $2 trillion at this point. So, yeah, I'm actually surprised it was a little bit low. I didn't think it would be that low, but it really doesn't seem like it's that big of a deal because they're going to come back for another package that's probably going to be another $1.75 trillion. So if you think about that, 1.75 and then another stimulus package of 1.75 is 3.5 trillion. So Joe Manchin kind of feels like, I don't know if I'm just putting myself in his shoes, that he won the day, but then they're going to come back and do another stimulus package of 1.75 trillion, which is 3.5 trillion. So what they're going to do with the tax raises, remember they're going to raise taxes on corporations, 21 to 26.5 trillion. They might push that off to the next package, which really might not be that far away, because they can't do all the tax raises now, corporation tax raises, raise taxes on the wealthy, lower prescription drug prices. Remember, that's going to save the people and the government hundreds of billions of dollars. They can't do all that in one shot because, remember, they were going to pay for a $3.5 trillion package with all that. Okay. So if they pay for everything in one package, that was going to pay for a $3.5 trillion package. Well, the package is only going to be half that now. So they're going to have to push some of that into the next package. So somebody is going to get a temporary tax reprieve and basically not pay temporary higher taxes for a short time until they pass the next package. So somebody, corporations or high wealth individuals or whoever it's going to be, is going to not have to pay taxes for a short term. But it really might not be that at all anything, because if we're talking about tax years, there might not be really a tax year in there, because if we're only talking about a short-term amount of time in there, it really might not even make a difference if you're just talking about tax year to tax year. But because again, if they're not doing everything all in one package, all the tax raises aren't going to be in there as well. Remember, it's tax raises on wealthy individuals making over $400,000 and corporations making over $1 million per year. Okay. The Medicare benefits of hearing, vision, dental, hearing aid coverage, and vision coverage are expected to still be in there. How that is all going to work, when it's all going to kick in is still very much in the air. We have not had very much details about that at all lately, largely because it's probably being negotiated and they really haven't released any of that stuff here lately for us. Um, that is a huge part of benefits for seniors. That 75% of seniors do not have those benefits. So 75% of seniors do not have hearing coverage, hearing aid coverage, which literally costs thousands and thousands of dollars. Vision coverage, do not have eyeglass coverage that you can get prescription eyeglasses paid for, dental coverage. You go to the dentist and it's thousands and thousands of dollars for some type of procedures. Even a cleaning alone can be hundreds of dollars. They want to get that coverage or covered for seniors and for on Medicare. And the thing about that is that like these industries, like the dental industry, the dentist industry, they're fighting that. They don't want things to change for seniors or at Medicare because they already make billions and billions of dollars for the entire industry. And if things change, well, instead of making, I'm just throwing a number out there, maybe $50 billion a year, they might make $40 billion a year. And they don't want that to happen. They don't want to have to potentially make a slightly lower rate. Okay. So things like the dental industry are fighting this, the healthcare industry are fighting this, the pharmaceutical industry are fighting this. Pharmaceutical industry, big time, is fighting this. They do not want to have to lower prescription drug prices. Okay. That's one of the big things that's still being negotiated on. I hope that makes it into this package. And remember, what they're saying is that whatever doesn't make it into this package will be in the next package. So a lot of these big things that are really hard to get done now will be in the next package. Okay. The other thing that has really been changing a lot is the monthly checks, monthly stimulus checks. Some people call them stimulus checks. Some people say they're just monthly checks, child tax credits, whatever you want to call them. They were passed from the third stimulus check package. That's why I consider them stimulus checks or stimulus provisions, whatever you want to call them, right? The child tax credit, the monthly checks, $250 to $300 per month for 65 million children. Right now, it looks like they're going to only be extended for 1 year. For 1 year. Now, remember, those are going to stop on December 15th, would be the last monthly payment for 65 million children. Of course, they go to the family, they go to the person who claims them as a dependent. In a lot of cases, it's grandmas or grandpas. If the grandma and grandpa is uh, raising them as the guardian, or mom or dad. A lot of low income families get these, a lot of middle income families get these. The thing about Joe Manchin is anyways, December 15th is the last payment if they don't pass this package. Okay. If they don't pass this package, they're going to try to by tomorrow come to an agreement on the top line number. Okay, top line number. They're still trying to iron out a couple of the other details, like the Medicare provisions, the child tax credit provisions, and the prescription drug pricing and climate provisions. Okay, they're getting very, very close on all of these, and they're going to try to have all this closed out by the end of October. Honestly, we could have all this done here within the next few days. So, getting very, very close on all of this. Even Senator Joe Manchin, believe it or not, is very, very optimistic. Okay. So lots of things going on here. The child tax credits right now, because they're having to cut a lot of these things, they're going to put some things in the first package, something in this next stimulus package now coming up. They're saying now that the child tax credits might only be extended for 1 year, which, again, they were going to stop on December 15th if they can't pass this package. That's why a lot of Democrats are saying, let's just pass this first package now. At least they'll continue on. So December 15th won't be the last payment. They'll continue on in January 15th, those monthly stimulus checks or monthly child tax credit payments to 65 million children. They'll continue going on. And they'll go on for 1 more year. And then they can work on in either the next package, stimulus package 5, we'll call it, or even the next package after that, because honestly, there's probably going to be another one after that. The Democrats have about 12 more months to pass probably one or two more packages in the next 12 months until the next midterm elections, which is going to be when the House and Senate go up for reelection. That's when I think we're going to probably see some very transformative things like these huge Medicare benefits, these monthly checks to children. I think that we might even see some monthly checks to low and middle income adults in there as well, like maybe a monthly check called an adult tax credit. We probably will see a Social Security increase. I think they're going to try to do like a $200 per month Social Security increase. I think they're going to try to do a lot of very dramatic things like that before the next midterm election. If you're just looking at thinking about what the Democrats would try to do before the next midterm election, if you think about, because again, I don't consider myself a Democrat or a Republican, but if you just think about what they're thinking, they're probably really enjoying being in control of the House and the Senate, and of course the presidency. But they have that until 2024, so they don't have to worry about that right away. But the House and the Senate are up for reelection in just 12 months. Okay. And they can pass a couple more packages with the reconciliation process without any votes from the Republican Party. And they have this proposal out there to raise Social Security benefits by $200 per month. So I think before the 12 months are up, or probably in the next package, I think in this package, they're going to pass the monthly checks for children, maybe try to throw in some extras right before at the very last moment. Who knows? Maybe a forced stimulus check for adults, the Medicare benefits for seniors. Who knows what they're going to try to throw in there at the very last moment. I think that also in the next package, there's going to be, again, a whole nother stimulus package, maybe a stimulus check in there for adults as well in the next package, maybe monthly stimulus checks in there like an adult tax credits, and maybe a Social Security raise, $200 per month as well. I think they're going to try to do some really big things for the next stimulus package as well, because they're going to want to do some really big things. Because again, the Republicans are coming on really, really strong, thinking, oh, we're going to take back the House, we're going to take back the Senate. Of course, the Democrats think, oh no, we're going to hold the House, we're going to hold the Senate. So remember that in 2017 and 2018, the Republicans had control of the House, the Senate, and the presidency. And then they did not control they did not control the trifecta of the House and the Senate after that. So the Democrats seen that and they're like, yeah, we're going to have to do some big things if we want to keep the trifecta there. So they are doing those monthly stimulus checks for children, 65 million monthly checks called the child tax credits. That's never been done before. I mean, think about that. Child tax credits of $250 to $300 per month, $3,000 to $3,600 per year. People said, oh, that would never happen. Something like that would never happen. They also said the student loan forgiveness like this would never happen. And they've now done $15 billion. They also just did the 25% SNAP increase for over 40 million people. So if you don't get a real small amount of SNAP, if you get a decent amount of SNAP, that was really big for a lot of people. And I think they're going to try to do a lot of very transformative things here with the next stimulus package as well as continue on these monthly child tax credit payments for 65 million children, which is really helpful to millions and millions of families. And who knows, maybe even throw a forced stimulus check in there for adults at the very last moment. So I think there's going to be a very lot of transformative things here at the very last moment and for the next stimulus package as well. As long as tornadoes don't come through here at the very last moment. And with Congress, it does kind of seem like there's a lot of tornadoes going through Congress, figuratively and sometimes literally. Yeah, and of course we haven't gotten any power yet, and my battery packs seem to be holding pretty well. So, yeah, my laptop battery seems to be holding pretty well too. So, this has gone pretty well. So, this is my first time filming without power, but I don't have internet. So I tried to power up my internet, and it powered up, but I didn't have internet. So they're saying there's an internet outage. Like literally, I could power up the internet, but there's no internet there. So I think I'm gonna have to drive over to my parents or Laurel's parents. They only live at a town away. So yeah, interesting times here. for you guys. But I love being here with you guys every day. Luckily, we're all okay. So it was interesting. But yeah, picture us down in the basement with our two cats, Leo and Lily. And Julian wasn't with us. He was with Grandma and Grandpa. And they were in the basement too. And then my mom and my brother and my brother's fiance, they were in the basement. We were all in our basements waiting for this tornado to pass. And, it came by, but it wasn't like it didn't come like right by us. So it wasn't like our house didn't like rumble. I mean, we had like dramatic rain and power went out. Obviously, it's still out, but, it wasn't like the tornado like went right by. It's not like I don't think we have any damage or anything like that, put it that way. We lost power, but yeah, everything seems to be okay. So, Hurricane Julian strikes again. If you've been watching the show, remember that Julian had kind of a nickname named Hurricane Julian because there was a hurricane this year named Hurricane Julian, and our son is named Julian. So, yeah, he's been nicknamed Hurricane Julian. Maybe we'll name him Tornado Julian or something like that. But yeah, it's been an interesting day. So yeah, without further ado, let me show you that clip of Julian here recorded. So thanks for tuning in. Make sure to subscribe, and we'll be back tomorrow. Will be a big day to see if they come to an agreement on the stimulus package here. So yeah, here's Julian.
No, I want the feet.
Your foot.
No, my feet.
Rah! You
Feet.
got some dirty socks, bro.
Feet.
Hey, can you tell everybody if you're excited for Halloween? Yeah, you want to go trick or treating?
Yeah, right now I have to.
You want to go trick or treating right now?
Yeah, right now.
I don't think anybody's passing out candy right now.
I have to do it now. No. No.
Yeah.
No.
Do you remember what you're going to be for trick or treating?
Astronaut.
Oh, we may have to dub that out. We'll have to keep it a secret.
A secret? Not a secret.
Yeah, it's a secret.
No, you have to behave. You have to behave.
Are you taking my temperature?
Yeah, I have to.
Yeah, are you taking my temperature?
I also put the garbage can.
You'll put me in the garbage can?
Yes, yeah.
Do I look like Oscar the Grouch?
Yeah.
What? I want to put you in the garbage can.
No, the garbage can is down.
It's down?
Yeah, all the way down.
Ah, you're silly kid.
I'm taking your temperature.
Taking my temperature?
And moving you around.
And what?
And waving you around.
Say, I'm ready for trick or treat.
No, I'm ready for trick or treat right now.
Say bye-bye to everybody.
Bye-bye.
Say we love you.
We love you.
And say we'll see you in the next episode.
We see you in the next episode.
And say,
and
say make sure to subscribe down below.
Make sure to subscribe down below.
And say you click on this video to watch my newest stimulus update.
Okay, let's hear the dead and my daisy.
And say we'll see you in the next video.
We see you in the next bye-bye.
Say bye-bye.
We see you in